So moving on to the main topic or the main um, agenda for today is how to build a dashboard quickly, or in fact any project management artifact that you want using AI. I would just like to briefly touch on vibe coding before we actually start the demo. The reason being, you must have heard a lot about vibe coding. So I've been a developer myself for my whole life. I've been coding for 30 years. I started when we had things like Visual Basic, we had things like Fox Pro and others. And now the time has totally changed when it comes to coding. It's far more easier. It's far more user intuitive. A few things that the vibe coding can help with, or you can also call it coding with the help of AI. Is one is rapid prototyping. The second is you don't really need to have a lot of coding skills for building applications anymore. You guys must have heard that a lot. Then higher developer productivity. This one definitely I agree on, because we do have developers on the team and we can see they can build much faster. Iterations are faster. We can make changes. Before it used to take a few weeks for us to make changes, even a small change. Now it's a matter of hours. Cost efficiency, definitely yes. When we are building smaller apps and MVPs, it is much faster to build prototypes. Innovation helps with a lot with innovation. You can spin screens up pretty quickly. You can spin reports. You can make website changes very fast. So vibe coding is not just app. You can build a website. You can build a landing page. You can build a simple report. You can also build PowerPoint presentations. So the tools that you use can build pretty much any UI that you want. And also, now everybody can do development. There is no restrictions. If you have domain expertise, if you understand workflows, if you understand how projects run in your organization, then it's pretty easy to use vibe coding and build. And lastly, it is scalable, yes, with the right support. Now, why we say right support? Because there are a few challenges when it comes to using vibe coding. I'll touch on that after we finish the demo and talk about what are the different challenges. And just before we start the demo, a few things to note. There are a few risks and technical hurdles we might face. Because one, all of us know AI has its own mind. We do our best to give it the prompt, but sometimes it responds in different way to different prompts. You guys, I'm sure all of you must be using AI to do your task at some point, and you can see the difference. And we use third-party tools to build these. So some of them are not entirely under our control. So sometimes we do see issues. Integrations, especially when it comes to connecting to a backend database, can get complicated. And fixes can take some time during the demo. So there are a few challenges. We don't expect anything to happen today, but just letting you know that we are using a live environment to build this app. So there are chances that something might not go as planned. And moving on to the main event, this is where I stop talking and let Abhilash do the live demo. Abhilash, over to you.
Yep. Thanks, Swapnil, on the briefing, and welcome everyone for this collective effort done by Techno-PM, where we are. What I am about to show you in next 30 minutes is something that used to take a development team a week and a bunch of money to build it. And we are going to build a fully working professional executive project dashboard applicable. It would be live from scratch. So yeah, so I'll screen share and show you the tool interface. So before pasting a prompt, um, let's understand what problem does this tool solves. Like if you are a project manager, PMO leader, or executive, you know where you have the problems. Like you have to keep the project track, priority of the project, and understand which risks are going to become the real problem. So here is where we use a vibe coding tool called as Lovable, uh, which will majorly help us build application. Lovable is AI powered application builder. Majorly, this tool works this way, where you describe what you want, um, and what you want to build in plain English. Lovable will write the code for you. So here is a catch: the quantity or the quality of the output depends heavily on the quality of your prompt. Moving ahead, so I'll just show you how I have drafted a prompt. So I just have a prompt ready with me. So I'll just copy the prompt. So the major aspects that I have covered in this prompt is to build a complete application in one seamless pass. So I'll just paste one prompt and you'll get the whole thing done by Lovable itself. So it has to give a structured data. It has to match all the mathematical calculation like budget variance, rack count, and so. And it also needs to create some beautiful KPI cards, Excel reports as well. So let's jump into and start building the tool. It's very simple. You just paste the prompt and it starts to do. So I'll just give you some specifications here. So there are two options to do that. Either you will build directly or you'll ask any vibe coding tool to plan. So here, as I have drafted this prompt very thoroughly and it is in detail, so we'll directly start generating. So what Lovable does is it start understanding the prompt first. So it reads the prompt, it understands the prompt, and then start building a plan for it. So once the plan is ready, and once it knows the complete prompt, once it is read complete prompt, it start building a tool. So until it starts planning, I just want to introduce a tool which has already been built using the same prompt. So we will be moving around with the tabs where I'll be discussing more on the build tool. I'll be showing what are the specification, how it is, and what all things are being covered. But we'll keep on coming to this tab. We'll keep on looking at what it is doing and what is our current build. So before we go, as I mentioned, so it has thought for 6 seconds. It has started the planning out of architecture. Then it has started to check the project setup, installing the Excel report libraries, and now it has started to build. Yeah. So now let me introduce a tool which has already been built using the same prompt. So here you can see I have used the same prompt, and it has built it in one go. So what all things has been like it has covered. So you can see executive dashboard. So dashboard, it has used a beautiful color combinations. It has interactive charts, graphs. So you can see the total number of projects which are on track, at risk, which are on off track, and it has also the portfolio budget, the total budget of all the projects. Then we have the budget variance. Basic budget variance, it has calculated on the total budget and the total minus total spend. It has created the budget variance. Then we have the number of overdue actions, open critical risks, and here we see all these charts, basically the report. So everything is interactive. The project has distribution based on the risk, like whether it is on track, at risk, or off track, not started. So this color combination I had previously given in the prompt. So I had already mentioned in the prompt saying that you need to use certain color combinations. So here it is. So white background with suitable gray. So the panel surface would be gray. Then the primary color is blue. And we will use green for complete. We'll use red for risk. We'll use amber, which is on track. So basically, I have already given the instruction system design. What are the colors need to be used in the prompt earlier. Based on that, it has created. So also you can see budget versus actual spend. So what was the budget for cloud migration? Budget was like 24 lakh dollars, and we have actually spent like 15 lakh 80,000, and it will also calculate the variance. Similarly, we have for finance, customer, workforce, data center, and so on. Similarly, you'll see the schedule variance of the project. You'll see the risk exposure and their severity by severity. So cloud migration project has one high severity, two medium, and there are no low severities. Financial and ERP implementation, we have two high. So similarly, it has covered all the projects here. Then we have the milestone view in next 30 days. So you see a milestone covering here, portfolio progress trend. So in March, it was 29. In April, it is 38. May, 47, and so on. We have overdue actions by owner, project by status, executive attention required. So here it has added some creativity here, where it has marked key details saying that these are the recommendation where the project owner should have an attention for ERP, financial ERP upgrade project, key vendor resource attention impacting the delivery. So owner should have a look at it, and there is a recommendation as well. So if you click on view details, it will automatically take to the project tab. So we'll come back to the project tab. We'll discuss in detail on this, but all the navigations are working perfect, because even though it is one-time prompt, but it has completed all the given tasks. So it has covered all the executive attention required for all the projects. Then we have something called as AI generated summary. So each time any changes made in the project, so if you hit on regenerate, it would regenerate the summary of total portfolio or the total dashboard. Yeah, so I'll also show you how the export function works. So if you want to export the entire dashboard, like covering all the charts, you want it like whatever you see here in colors, color combinations as an export, then it has also created an export option as well. I'll just show you the preview of how. So it has also been instructed earlier in the prompt, and it has done its work. So here you can see the PDF version of an export would look like this. So it covers all the reporting side. So you just hit on save and you'll export the PDF.
Abby, I'm just curious if the prompt is running fine. Can we have a look at the prompt
Sure.
execution? Yeah. And just explain through some of the things that it is doing in the last few minutes.
Sure. So we are back at the screen which we had earlier given the prompt. So it has thought for a couple of seconds. It has already created a plan for it, and it has started building. So it is checking the project setup. It has installed the Excel exports because I have instructed it to have a custom formatting for the export of Excel. So it has installed the Excel export library as well. Then it has started editing the layers. So it has set up the sample data filing. So I had instructed it to add certain sample data to it so that it would be good to demonstrate. So it has done the parallel processing for handling storage, format, metrics, generation while exporting, and Excel stimulation. And it has started formatting. So you can see the code running here. Format for export, format for developing. So it has chosen for currency, it is GBP, it can be USD, or it is setting up the things. Then it has almost developed till app shell. Then it has currently it is working on setting the data pages for project, so which we saw in the dashboard. So it is setting data pages for project, milestone, actions, decisions, risk portfolio, reports, and so on. So it is pretty much doing its job, and it is almost, it has used like 10 minutes. So to develop the front end page and the reporting and the export options. Yeah, it is working fine till now. So coming back to the actual, like the project which is already been built. So this is also same. It has already used the same prompt. It has built everything. So I'll show you how the filters works. So these are universal filters. So if you want to, like, it has also added the filters. So if you want to view any specific project, then you can directly click on the project. It will show the project based on the projects as well. Based on business units, yes, you can also view on the business units as well. And then you can add your custom project. So there are fields already mentioned, which has already been created by the tool. So it was instructed that you should add these fields. You should have these fields, and some should be mandatory fields, and some are like, it depends on the progress. So it is not mandatory. So it keeps on updating based on the budget and actual spend. So these are the fields to add the project. So if you let's create one project. It's implementation. Start date today. We'll just target date would be 27th. So the progress, it is still, we'll count it as 10%. We'll consider that we have onboarded. Budget is 10,000 USD. We have spent around $1,000, and the life cycle is active, and we'll hit on save. So the project has been added. So it automatically, so all the functionalities are working fine on one go. So we'll also check in the actual build how it has done, what it has done. Did it make any variations or no? We'll have a look. Moving ahead. So what else it has created? It has created project tab. So you can see all the list of projects. From here, you can add the projects, edit the project, delete the project. You can do everything. So you can see list of projects here. Who are the sponsor for it? Who is the project manager, business unit, start date, end date, and the progress. RAG, we have used color combination for tracking the progress. Whether it is started, whether it is at risk, whether it is in progress, or it is completed. We have used green, amber, red, and gray. Gray represent it has not yet started. We have the budget, actual, and the variance, where we can see like $24 lakhs minus 1,58,000 or so. It has created the variance. So the calculation is also working right. We can see the risks associated for the particular project, what is the overdue, and last update. So if you hit on edit option, you can edit the progress, you can change the actual spend, and it will be reflected. Similarly, it has done the same thing for portfolio, where we manage funds. We'll check more on what is the total investment, what is the benefit expected, what is the portfolio health, number of projects which are on hold, uh, which are not started. We can see the progress. We can see projects by unit. So we can see digital transformation. We have 3 count. We have finance 1 count. We have compliance and risk management. We have 3 count. Similarly, we have project by strategic objective. Everything is interactive. So if you hover on any of the charts, any of the color of the pie chart, then you can see efficiency 4, growth 6, customer 1, and compliance 1. We do have resource demand by month. We have risk heat map, and we cover all the portfolio dashboard here. Similarly, we have milestone. We can see milestone, project owner, plan, forecast status, and so on. We can see the timeline. So this here, I had not mentioned what style of timeline should be. It has used its own creativity and it has created this timeline structure. Yeah. So let's go back and have a look whether it has created. Yeah. So it is doing final rechecks. So it is checking the servers. It is managing the front end pages. So it is drafting everything. Till then, so yeah, here it is. So it is taking a screenshot and testing whether everything which has been drafted in the prompt has reflected or not. Coming back to the already built tool, we have risk and issues. We have actions. You can see, so it is user wise. Any user using invited to this interface, he has added any actions, then he would see his actions. Overdue, due this week, escalated. You see decisions. Everything has an ID, so you have decision ID, required, project, requested by owner, due date, status, impact, and you can draft your final decision of any of the project. Then this is more reporting, where you can extract the Excel reports. So I'll quickly extract one and show you how it has given the format. So you have, so the format was pre-instructed in the prompt. Let's have a look at the Excel file.
Maybe just a suggestion, maybe after this, we can just have a quick look at the prompt that you have created. So how you have structured the prompt, how you split it. So everybody will have an idea how to design the prompt.
Sure, I'll do that. Yep. So this is how the export option would look like. So I had already pre-instructed the format. So it has given in a neat format. You can see all the details of the project, unit, budget plan, actual spend and budget variance, and also the total project, total budget, actual spend and variance. Similarly, it works for all the reporting. Yeah, we'll quickly jump into our tool, whether it has built. Yep, it has completely built the tool. This is how it has created. So it has executive dashboard. So let's check whether fields are working. Yes, all the fields are working. Number of project interact. Is it interactive? Yes, it is interactive. Yep. So this is how it has drafted. There are variations in the previous and this, where we cannot see the AI summary. So it has shown here, but we cannot recreate an AI summary here. So this is where it varies project by project. So every time it would not create a same project or same dashboard. So it has created variations here. Let's look at projects quickly. Okay, so it has changed the buttons. So buttons looks different. The font has been changed. The font is different. Portfolio, it has used only one pie chart. Milestone, let's look at milestone. So we have the milestone here. It has created risk and issues. Can we delete? Yeah, it is working. Edit option is also working.
Abby, just to confirm, this is the actual live that we have built now after giving the prompt.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do we see any differences in the UI?
Yeah, it has changed. So I was discussing, so it has changed to give like how AI's executive summary. So if you see in the actual one, so AI generated summary here, it is different. So here we can regenerate and we have the PDF export as well. Here we don't have it. So it has created like added one AI summary as a static one. We cannot regenerate. And it has changed the font size. There are variations in font sizes. I'm curious on the formatting of the export. So how let's have a look at the formatting. Yeah, it has followed all the instructions. It has created nice format. Filters are working fine. We see all the data populated in the next section. Coming back to the tool. So the major difference is in the layout, UI, and some of the charts as well. But other than that, the functionality wise, it's the same. Yes. So this was more about how we can build in 10 to 20 minutes. So I'll show you the prompt, how I have, like, what is the structure of the prompt, what are the details which I have covered in the prompt. Before that, so we just understood that we went from blank screen to developing enterprise ready dashboard with ready and interactive charts. We saw the export formatting. So the key takeaway for building this tool is you can use any tools like Lovable, AI app builders, or any vibe coding tool, which are incredibly powerful, but their true potential unlocked by systematic prompting. When you track an AI as an when you treat an AI as a senior developer and give it a strict rule, then you will definitely get this kind of result. Let's jump into a prompt. So this is a huge detailed prompt covering all the aspects, how the UI should be, what are the rules of UI, what it should use, what is the system design, color combinations, and everything I have covered. So we just stated that build a clean, modern, responsive executive project dashboard for project managers and executives, and their function as real working React application and reverse state of management. So it is we just mentioned that it should not be just static; it should be real functional. So what are the tech rules? Use React with TypeScript. We have given the instruction for charts. Use router for navigation. Store all the data in React state and local storage. Use React icon. Install the Excel file. So Excel.js for file saver and also all the export. And we had clearly mentioned that do not use any external APIs or any other backend services. So for now, to build, I had instructed it, do not create any login screen for now. For all forms, filters, chat, and navigation must be fully functional. So I have used design system, background, primary colors, track colors, styling of the cards, KPI cards. We have the sample data requirement. I had asked it to preload some data, like exactly at unique 8 projects across the business unit. And so we have also covered the navigation and headers. Here, page-wise description. So the page 1 would be executive dashboard. You should have these many KPI cards. Second, charts. So you should have donut chart, rack distribution, budget versus actual. We have executive attention required section. So you should have a display alert card, which should be fully functional, showing the criticality of the milestone.
Hi,
And I
Abby.
had
Sorry to interrupt. I think we're almost at the beginning of the QA session. We want to start. We'll share the prompt later with if anybody's interested. Please let us know. I would just like to go over a few of the challenges that we have faced. So can I share my screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Are you able to see my PowerPoint with the challenges slide?
Yes.
Abby? All right, thank you. Yeah, Abby, thank you for the great session. I think we built it in less than 30 minutes, which is great. And that is, of course, because we had the prompt ready. We knew the perfect use case. Now, we discussed, what are the advantages of vibe coding, and then we saw vibe coding in action. Using the tool, it comes with its own challenges. Number one, unpredictable AI output. Well, as you saw, we used the same prompt. It built a different, slightly different UI, but then we executed the same prompt again. It built a different UI. So there are a few challenges with it. It's unpredictable, and then it consumes credit. Every action that you do consumes credit, even a simple change. Hosting and usage cost money. Once you build, you don't essentially pay if you don't use it. But if you use it, then in the AI, it uses the AI credits in the back. It uses the infrastructure. Integrations are tricky. And one of the things we have found is there is no support for business logic or workflow design from the app itself. So the app company, whichever you deal with, they will not look at your workflow or not fix. They will fix issues with their product, and they will not fix issues with your product. Portability can be difficult. You build it in one, moving it to other can be challenging. It is code, but still sometimes it gets difficult. Change can break an existing. This is what we have seen. You ask the AI to build something, but it goes and changes something. And long-term maintenance is difficult, yes, because your code can get out of sync. It might stop working. And we have seen these tools for a few years, and they have matured a lot. They have become much more stable than what they were last year, but we still do see quite a few times when you come across these challenges. Now, the question is how Techno-PM can help. We provide a couple of options. One is we give an AI app sprint. This is where you come up with an idea. We work with you, create the prompt, run it with you pretty much side by side, run it in a sprint so that you have something deliverable in a couple of weeks. You bring the use case, we build it for you. It is yours to keep. We have a 60-minute session, but it's we use Slack to communicate, so you can always tell us what to build. We'll build one workflow for you. So this is essentially a sprint for you to know if AI is the right fit for your organization, whether you can really use it within your business, whether it makes sense. Maybe after this, you might decide, no, I will just stick to whatever tools we have today, or we might want to go ahead and build something bigger. And in that case, we do provide the next level support. So if you have a specific use case you want to try in more detail, you want to really go into the details of the requirement and make it really a production ready application. It can be an internal tool, can be a customer facing tool, it can be your own SaaS idea, it can be your own app that you wanted to launch for many years and have never, maybe an app that you would like to take to your investors or your board. That AI use case POC is for that. If you want to build something custom, we'll build the entire, let's say, the PMO workflow for you. We can build your entire accounting, or we can build your entire reporting. We are also open for any custom build. If you want something different, you want something smaller or bigger, we can always discuss. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'll also put a link. We'll share a link to book an AI strategy session if you want to talk about it, which is completely complimentary, no obligation. You don't have to buy anything. But we would just like to know what your requirements are. And what we have done so far, we have built over 30 apps, which includes websites, landing pages. We use it heavily for email marketing. We even design emails with it. We use to build our own CRM. We have built our own sales tracker. We have a task management app, which was the first app that I built. And then we have complex apps like Comply Agent, Consultant IQ, Fast Track. We have built all these using AI. And there are challenges, but there are advantages which definitely are more than it would have taken us years to build this if we would have built it using traditional development. But with a small, lean team, we are able to build these apps in a few months. I know there's a lot of noise out there where people say build your own app, host it, but the reality is there are challenges in it. It is running a prompt is easy, but maintaining the app, making sure the prompt works, making sure the connections work, all that is still needs support. That is something that we provide. You can also, of course, build it on your own. You can maintain it, but there are challenges which continue to grow. So Q&A, we open it up. Do we have any questions, Abby or Purva?
Not really. We're waiting. If anybody has any question, you can just add on chat.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. If there are no questions, we'll send all of you the recording. We'll also send you the PowerPoint we've used and links that you can use to get in touch or book a free AI strategy session with us. And I would like to thank everyone for their time today. I think the demo went very well. We were able to build the application in much lesser time. Hope you found this session useful. If you have any questions, please always reach out to us. We'll send you the email with all the details. Thank you, Abby and team, for organizing this. I think there are no questions, so we'll probably end 5 minutes earlier. We are going to be on for another few minutes. Abby, You may just want to unmute everybody. So if there's anybody who has questions, we can talk.
Sure. Yep, I have turned on the microphone. Anybody wants to have conversation, you can.
No, I think, yeah, we have got a quiet crowd today, but I just hope that everybody found this useful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. With that saying, we will finish this webinar.
Yeah, we have a question. I mean, it would be great if you add your name. Yep. So he's asking, what is the AI tool you used to create an initial dashboard? So we had used Lovable. So both the tools, the one which has already been created, and the one which has been developed live are being done through Lovable. Hope that answers your question. Anybody else? Thank you.
All right, maybe I think we're good. Let's end the call. Thank you, Roy. Thank you for the question. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for joining this session. Thank you.